My name is DeAndre Conyers. I am a senior psychology major, and today I will be presenting the United States courts. So, what does a court consist of? A court is any person or institution, often as a government institution, with authority to adjudicate legal disputes between parties and carry out the administration of justice in civil, criminal, and administrative matters in accordance with the rule of the law. So as you can see, there are three levels in the federal court system. We have the U.S. Supreme Court, the U.S. Court of Appeals, and the U.S. District Courts. So we're going to start off with the highest level in the court system, which is the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court is the highest judicial body in the country and leads the judicial branch of the federal government. It is often referred to by the acronym of SCOTUS. The Supreme Court meets in Washington, D.C., the United States Supreme Court building. The Supreme Court consists of 9 judges and the Chief Judge of the United States and 8 associate judges. These judges are appointed on good behavior, but they have tenure for life unless they're removed by implicit impeachment or subsequent conviction. Now we move on to the Court of Appeals. There are 13 appellate courts and sit below the U.S. Supreme Court, and they are called the U.S. Courts of Appeal. The 94 federal judicial districts are organized into 12 regional circuits, each of which has a court of appeals. The appellate court's task is to determine whether the law was applied correctly in the trial courts. These types of courts consist of 3 judges and do not use the jury. Now we reach to the lower level of our court system, the district courts. The nation's 94 district or trial courts are called U.S. district courts, and district courts resolve disputes by determining the facts and applying legal principles to decide who is right. Trial courts include the district judge who tries the case and a jury that decides the case. Magistrate judges assist district judges in preparing cases or trial that may also conduct in trials in misdemeanor cases. These are just some types of cases that are in the Supreme Court. They handle stuff like controversies between 2 or more states, all actions or proceeds in which ambassadors or public ministers, consuls or vice consuls of foreign states or parties, all controversies between the United States and other states. These are some types of courts in the cases in the courts of appeal. Civil cases, which means either side can appeal the verdict. Criminal cases, which means the defendant may appeal a guilty verdict, but the government may not appeal if the defendant is not guilty, found not guilty. And also bankruptcy cases. And these are some cases in the district courts. Issue warrants for arrest, set bail, accept guilty pleas for minor misdemeanors and infractions, accept waivers of trial for certain worthless check cases. One question I would like to ask y'all, do y'all think the court system is fair? The Supreme Court, on average, hears approximately 70 cases out of roughly 7,000 petitions for the review it receives each term. This leaves thousands of other cases for the lower level courts to handle. Many student-led discussions we've had in class talked about how unfair the court system is and how the Court of Appeals and the district courts handle thousands of cases, which is so unfair which means the Supreme Court at the highest level does not even do enough work that it should. Our criminal justice system has been built up over centuries and really millennia. Unfortunately, when we look at the scientific evidence, we find that a lot of underlying assumptions are not backed up by science. A lot of our legal system is based on incorrect assumptions about human behavior. Just take a moment to guess who these 5 young men are. They're all the same person, same set of people. If you guessed Central Park 5, you guessed it right. No sustained physical evidence connected any of the 5 teenagers to the rape scene, but each was convicted in 1990 of related assault and other charges. They received sentences ranging from 5 to 15 years. Just based off racial profiling. In conclusion, the court's task is to interpret the meaning of law and to decide whether a law is relevant to set of facts or the rule of how a law should be applied. Thank you very much. This is my reference page. Any questions, please feel free to hit me up in the comment section. Thank you.